Hi friends, Alexander here, your friend in real estate, and today I'm going to talk about the 10 things you should never have in your home when trying to sell your home. So to get my point across, I'm going to start with a simple little story that will help us put our feet in the buyer's shoes. Imagine we're going to a party, and the purpose of this party is to meet a friend. The only thing is, we have to pick one friend. And that one friend we pick, we're going to have to bring them home and live with them for the next 20 years. So you're probably going to be picky. Now imagine, you go to that party, you start talking to the first potential friend that you meet, and this friend, they're talking about this thing they did, and that thing they did, and never once do they ever ask you about any single thing that you ever did. Now tell me, friends, how is that going to make you feel? You're probably going to move on to the next friend. And selling your home is exactly the same way. The buyers, they don't want to buy your home. They want to buy their home. So what we need to do is we need to think about the other person first. We need to think about the buyer. We need to think about their needs, what matters to them, what makes them feel important. That's going to make them want to be our friend and spend lots of money on our house. So with that said, here are 10 things to never have in your home when you're trying to sell your home. And stick around for the last one, because the last one might be one that you never would have guessed. Number 1, family photos. Family photos. I know, everyone has wonderful family photos. Here's a photo of me when I was a baby, and it's very distracting. This boy is very cute, and he's crying. This doesn't make you want to buy a home. It makes you want to call Child Protective Services. This baby is crying and no one's doing anything about it. That's distracting. That's not right. Number 2, animals. I love animals. I like cats. I like dogs. I like birds. I like orangutans. The only problem is that not everybody feels that way. Some people are cat people and some people are orangutan people, right? So animals, you love them, I love them. I love your animals too. I would love to have them in your house during the showing so that I can pet them. But unfortunately, they're distracting and they don't help you sell the home. So as much as possible, it's better if we can have the home open, clear, and especially of any pet-related odors. Number 3, religious items. Everyone has their own belief system. There are some people whose belief system is to have no belief system. Those are called nihilists. And even nihilists buy homes sometimes. You get what I'm saying. Basically, everyone has very strong opinions about whatever it is that they have strong opinions about. And we want buyers thinking about what it would feel like to be in that home as if it were theirs, not to feel that they're walking into somebody else's space. Item number 4, political items. Now, the world is political, but especially in New York. And again, right, if we're trying to sell your home, our focus needs to be on making the buyer feel comfortable, and we don't know what the buyer believes. So it's just better to have them walk into that space and have it feel like it's a neutral space. And you may think like, political items, what's that? Well, I'll tell you a little story. I actually had a situation where I walked into a house and there was a knife, which I won't say what was on the knife, but the main point is historically, it wasn't used for cutting butter. And that did not make the buyers feel comfortable. So we left the home. And that's what I'm getting at, because that's the sort of thing that ended up costing those sellers an offer on their home. Which brings us to item 5. Weapons. Why do we have weapons during showings? I've seen knives. I've seen guns. I haven't seen a grenade yet. I mean, it's just crazy. And I've seen some crazy things, and I have had to tell people, hey, it's really cool that you happen to own all these weapons, but there will be kids coming through the open house, so let's put that gun away. Okay? Item number 6. Valuables. Don't leave your expensive watches, your bags filled with gold coin just laying around for anyone to steal. It sounds obvious, I know, but it happens all the time. It happens all the time, and people need to be constantly reminded to hide their valuables as well as their controlled or recreational substances. Again, we don't know who's coming through your home. There may be a buyer who loves weed gummies, and we don't want them touching your stash, right? That stash is for you, for your recreation, and I want you to have fun at the right time in the right place. So any controlled substances, lock it up, hide it, don't have it sitting around. Item number 8, less is more. So unfortunately, a lot of times, and this can be one of the toughest conversations to have with sellers, is that less is more. If you're moving to another place, right, and you know that you're not going to take a piece of furniture with you, and that furniture piece, right, is just, taking up space and making the room look small, then why not sell it on Facebook Marketplace? Why not, if you're just going to throw it in the trash, let's take care of that now. Likewise, anything that is going to make the space feel smaller, we want less of that, right? So if we have dark window treatments, so there's less light into the home. If we have stuff, there's always stuff, I notice. There's stuff everywhere, stuff all over the countertops. We want to see the countertops, right? We want to see the home. We don't want it cluttered with all this stuff. So less is always more when you're selling your home. Number 9, broken items. If you've got light fixtures and ceiling fans and things that aren't working, get them fixed. Get them fixed before the buyers see it, because that's not going to help you sell your home. And I always recommend that my sellers do this. Sometimes I go into a basement, I turn on a light, and that light is flickering, and it is distracting, and it feels like the movie Aliens. That's not the feeling I want our buyers to have when they're coming through your home, Mr. Seller, right? So let's fix that light. Item number 10. Now, this is one of the most important items not to have in your home when you're selling your home. And unfortunately, it's you. You should not be in your home when you're selling your home. Why? Well, think about it like this. As much as I love you, and as much as I want to spend more time with you, I would like to see you every day if I could. We have to think about the buyer and how your presence could affect the offers that they put in on the house. So, I'm going to ask you this simple question. Do you think that the buyers are biased in your favor or not in your favor? Obviously, they're biased, and obviously it's not in your favor because they'd like to get the home for less, right? So with that said, it doesn't matter how you appear, what you do, what you look like, or what you say, right? They're going to filter that through their bias to come up with a rationalization for why they should offer less. So if they see you and you look really wealthy, oh, why should I give this guy all my money? Let me see what I can get away with. Let's offer him less. Alternatively, what if you look not wealthy? Oh, this guy is clearly on hard times. Let me see what I can get away with. Let's offer him less. Make sense? So thank you for taking this time to stick around till the end of the video. Like and subscribe if you want to keep up to date with everything real estate. And remember, I love you all. We're all in this together. We're all one. So let's love each other and have some fun.